Are you ready to elevate your self-love to the next level? We all know self-love isn't just about hot Epsom salt baths and affirmations. Self-love requires us to get honest with our emotions and confront our darkness. As a salon owner and the founder of Shine School, this is a topic that's so important to me. Without confidence, it's hard to go after your dreams. So many of us are waking up to the fact that we have a soul mission, and if we don't have confidence in ourselves, then we might not ever step up to our greatness. In this episode, we share 3 simple tips on how to take your self-love status to the next level. If you're in need of a confidence boost, stick around for this episode. Hey, we're BRIT and Chris Carmichael, and you're listening to the Elevated Life Podcast. Throughout the 13 years we've been together, we've never ceased in our endless quest to better ourselves.
We've studied top experts, philosophers, and gurus. After years of personal self-experimentation, we found the tools for shifting your beliefs, moving through fears, and developing a positive mindset.
If you're ready for a breakthrough, then you're in the right place, because we're here to empower you to take control of your life with simple mindset shifts that create radical transformation.
We'll be diving into topics like personal growth, health, philosophy, spirituality, relationships, success, and mindfulness.
So create some space for yourself and get comfy. It's time to become the badass you were born to be. This topic is one that is a common topic in our household. We talk about it all the time because as a salon owner and as the founder of Shine School, where I empower women to build that confidence, this is a topic that comes up all the time because without confidence, it's hard to go after your dreams. And let's face it, we're at this turning point in the world where we're all waking up to the fact that we have a soul mission. And if we don't believe in ourselves and we don't have the confidence to courageously step outside of our comfort zone, then we're most likely never going to step up to our greatness. And this topic is inspired to help you overcome any fear that stops you from shining bright.
Whew.
Woo woo.
This one is so powerful, and I think it's easy to neglect because it's not something that we're taught. We're hardly ever taught to really just, to go inside and to really figure out, like, are we loving ourselves in the way that we want to? Because it takes that kind of self-love and it takes that kind of self-nourishment to really be able to almost do anything. If you want to show up as the best partner, if you want to be the best parent that you can be, you've got to love yourself, because so many people around you, especially your kiddos, they learn through imitation. It's not always the words that you say to them or what you try to inspire in them. It's how you treat yourself. Like, that's really how you're always teaching people, and so you've got to come to a place where you're prioritizing this on a consistent basis. It's so vitally important. There's so many people out there who get depressed. There's so many people out there who feel like the world's just coming down on them. And it's oftentimes because they're in just a really bad feedback loop of their own brain. It's because they've neglected themselves. They've gone out and they've helped so many other people. They put other people's needs first. And it's not always because of a bad thing or because someone's demanded it from you. It's because that's just what we naturally do, especially if you're some kind of a healer or someone who's in a profession where you do a lot of work with other people. You've got to come to a place where you realize you're important too. And often we don't give enough to ourselves to realize that is truly what we need oftentimes. I mean, even resting sometimes. Some people have such a hard time just resting, just taking an extra nap or just taking an extra break or a day off when they really feel drained. And no, I'm going to push forward harder. And you need that sometimes. But for the most part, you need to just pull back a little bit and realize that you can't work from an empty tank. You can't keep driving on empty.
Yeah. And as feminine, as the feminine energy, feminine is meant to receive, to rest, to flow. And if we're constantly in masculine hustle, push, force mode, then we're never going to have that equal balance. We're going to end up hitting burnout and we're going to wonder what's going wrong. But all we were trying to do is go after our dreams. But going after your dreams also means taking a step back, slowing down, and giving yourself what you need most. So before we dive into the first tip on how to love yourself more, I just want to take a moment to tune in to everyone watching live. Thank you so much for being here. Diana says, yay, I caught y'all live. Ashley says, I'm so excited to catch you live. So thank you so much for showing up here live. And if you know someone who would love this message, please tag them in the comments below, share this video because we're about to dive in. So the first thing that you can do to love yourself more is to periodically check in. I recently made a post after being inspired by seeing Meghan Markle when they asked, are you okay? And she said, wow, nobody's asked me that. As like a princess, almost queen type thing, just gave birth, like entrepreneur, like why isn't she being asked, are you okay? And it really starts with our self-love and our self-care. We have to ask ourselves that. We don't need someone else to come rescue us. We don't need someone else to give us, love or attention. We need to take responsibility for that. So it starts with self-awareness. And that question is, am I okay? How do I feel right now? And a lot of the times women avoid this question. Actually, everyone, but I work with women so often. So I know how we think and feel. And so many times we avoid this question because we're afraid of the truth. We're afraid of shining our light onto the darkness and accepting that things do need to change, or things may not be perfect. But it's when we can accept our darkness and when we can accept the things that are flawed or that need to be changed, that's when the magic starts happening. Instead of shoving it down and ignoring it and repressing it and letting it grow and fester, or letting your body swell and expand because you're not dealing with the changes that you're being guided to make. This is the first step in true self-love, is asking, how do I feel? How am I right now? And then taking personal responsibility for making those shifts and changes, or giving yourself the love that you feel like you're lacking.
Yeah, it's crucial. It's crucial. And the way that we do this, I forget, we live so many days that are similar. You go to work at the same time, you come back home at the same time. So we live in these routines. And oftentimes, if this is not built into your routine, you won't remember to do it. I mean, now that we just mentioned it, you probably ask yourself, hey, am I feeling okay right now?
Yeah, take a moment, check in. How do I feel right now? Like, what is the top emotion at the iceberg, right? Because typically the first emotion that we catch isn't the underlying cause of that emotion, right? It's like kind of festered up the chain. So take a moment and ask, like, okay, how do I feel right now? Angry. Well, if anger comes up for you, then something is deeper that is unfair, right? So you have to start going below the surface emotions once we identify what are they, what do they represent, and why are they here?
Yeah, and what we really like to do to make this something that's continuous, something that we're doing on a regular basis, because it is periodic. You're always going to be changing. Things are always going to be going on in your life, and to always be checking back in. Because whether you may be a 10 today, but if you waited a week or 2 weeks, you may be a 3 or a 4. And so,
or even tomorrow, you can go from a 10 to a 3 just like that.
Same day, right? Mm-hmm. Put it in your phone. We all are rocking these smartphones now. Use them. Don't just use them to check your Instagram. Get on there, set yourself a reminder and say, hey, every Wednesday at 4 o'clock or every Sunday at 2 o'clock, write in the things, set an alarm and write, am I okay? Mm. And that's an easy way to check in. You don't have to remember to do it anymore. It's going to pop up on your phone. You're going to look at it and go, am I okay? And say, I don't know, am I? And sit with yourself. Just take a couple minutes. It only takes a few minutes. You can realize it. Sit quietly by yourself. Go get in the car. If you've got a crazy family, go sit there somewhere silent and just ask yourself, get back in touch with how you're feeling. And the awareness of that and cutting things off early, like Britt said, if you wait too long, things will fester. And you start taking that on everybody else, but no one can fix that problem. It's only you that can fix it. And so you've got to constantly be doing this on a weekly basis where you're asking yourself, how am I? Am I all right? Am I doing the things that I know I need to be doing? Am I hydrated? Am I eating right? Am I getting good sleep? Am I having intimate stuff with my partner? You've got to be asking yourself those things regularly. So set those reminders. Use that smartphone. Set those reminders.
Yeah. And this is why I love following the phases of the moon, because every month there's a new moon, which is coming up on Sunday, which is about setting new intentions for ourselves. And there's a full moon every month, and that's about releasing and celebrating the manifestation of all the new intentions that you set for yourself. So even the moon acts as a monthly reminder to check in, to release, to let go, and to start again. So give yourself permission to check in every week and allow that to turn into every day. And it starts with small habits over time. Like Chris says, build it into your phone reminder routine, and it'll begin to become a habit for you to check in, and you'll start to realize this is where my power is. I am powerful when I am in control of my emotions, because that's the only thing we can control in this life.
Hey.
Hi, Mom.
Hey.
All right. The second tip on how to love yourself more is to find your power outfit. Now, this may seem silly, but the way that we carry ourselves, the way that we dress, the way that we style our hair, our lipstick that we choose, if we choose to wear it, all of this contributes to the energy behind confidence, right? If we walked into a room and our sweats and our hair in a ponytail, like crouched over, our body posture has a big thing to do with it. What kind of energy do you guys see me portraying? Like, don't look at me. I'm not very confident in myself. Like, I don't really want to be here. But if you walk into a room and you roll your shoulders back, you stick not your titties out, but you lift your chest, you open your heart, and you have a sense of pride about yourself, automatically you shift to becoming more confident just in a physiological state, because the body posture contributes to the amount of energy that can flow through the body. We've talked about this in past trainings where when we stand up, we teach so much better because there's so much energy flowing. So the same is with your confidence. If you walk in and you're crouched over and looking down, like, you're cutting off the energy and you're closing off your heart space. So if you want to boost your confidence without even having to change the way you physically look, I mean, I guess you're changing the physical posture without having to put on lipstick, without even having to get your power outfit. All you have to do is change the way that you stand. Now, in regards to the power outfit, go for it.
Yeah. It's wild, because you think that power outfit would only really work for females. Like, oh, the female cares more about what she's wearing. But we went to a wedding. One of Britt's best friends got married a few years back, and there's a guy there, and he'd been down for a little bit, and he came up to me kind of in private and said, "Hey, I know you're the mindset guy. I've been down a little bit lately. What can I do to kind of bounce back?" And I told him, "It's because you're not wearing your power color." And he looked at me like, I don't know what the hell this guy's on some serious. He's drunk. Like, what? I said, hey man, if you put your power color on when you show up to the wedding, you're going to feel totally different. And he goes, well, what's my power color? I think it's pink. I think pink's probably your power color. He goes, no way. I'm a guy. No. Put that pink shirt on, rock that pink shirt. Let it be your power color. He showed up to the wedding
so much confidence
as a different person. He was totally
awesome.
different. And I'm like, hey man, how you feeling? He goes, I'm rocking my power color. So it's crazy how something so small can be so effective in our lives. And I think that's why we dismiss it a lot of times. You know, like, oh, that sounds too easy. That won't make me feel better. Yeah, it will.
So what is your power color? Leave that in the comments below. And then remember, the way that we carry ourselves physically, our physical body, and the clothing that we adorn ourselves with all contribute to our level of confidence. When we love and believe in ourselves, you know, when I was overweight and I didn't love my body and I was afraid of being seen, I only wore black. That's it. You open my closet, it was black. And if you guys know me today, I am Rainbow Magic Sparkle Unicorn, and it's all about like color and vibrancy and shining, right? And that was a direct correlation to how I was feeling about myself, wanted to be hidden and dark and angry and depressed. And now that I have slowly uncovered all those different layers, color has come back into my life. So I actually have a book that I would recommend called Magical Fashionista. And this actually shows you how you can wear different colors to activate different essences and energies. If you're struggling with fear and going after your dreams, you know, the color yellow will help you to activate your solar plexus chakra, which is all about willpower and determination. It also governs your happiness, you know, so when we see yellow flowers, it brings us joy, right? So bring some color back into your life and go into your closet and find the outfit that makes you feel like a fucking badass, and find other pieces that you can start to incorporate. Like, I'm going to take it to the next level. I'm going to dress up a little bit. I mean, we're all putting clothes on anyway, so it's really a choice on how you want to carry yourself. The other thing when it comes to finding your power outfit is find the clothes that make you feel frumpy. Find the clothes that make you feel bad about yourself and throw them away.
Burn them. Get a burn pile.
Donate them. Get rid of them. Stop having clothes in your closet that don't fit. Stop having jeans that are too small that one day you're going to fit into them. Honey, today is today, and if you can't wear them, then you've got to let them go. And if in the future you do make those changes, you can buy yourself a new pair because you deserve that kind of worthiness in your life. I mean, come on, people. Maroon is my power color.
Yes.
Red. I love it. I feel so good when I wear maroon or a darker red.
Yes.
I have a friend and a client. I actually keep inspiring her to open her own boutique because she always wears maroon, and she has such a beautiful, she's beautiful taste in clothing. She doesn't even realize how good she is at picking her own outfits. And a lot of the times we don't even realize that our talents and our skills are something that we're good at because it comes so natural to us.
Cool. All right. Next tip. Here we go. Make a list. Sit down today and make a list and write down 10 positive qualities about yourself. So often we just get mired with all the negative stuff. We think in terms of negative things because a lot of times problems come up in our lives. And so we're bombarded by the negativity. You watch the news, it's negative stuff. So we get used to being in that negative mindset. I can't remember how many thoughts we think a day, but it's supposed to be like 40,000 or more, and over 90% of them typically are negative. And so if we're feeling that way about ourselves, guess how we show up? We show up as that negative self, because when we do the internal talking and it's negative, we're giving direct messages to our subconscious, say, show me the negative stuff. I want to see it. I think I feel negative, so show me all the negative stuff in my life. And your mind goes, oh, that's what you want. We're going to give you more and more negative. And you go, well, how come my life's sucking right now? It's because you've been feeding yourself crap. And so what you need to do, sit down, write the list, 10 positive qualities, right? Write those down. And then each day add 1 or 2 more qualities to that list. And when you start focusing on that, when you wake up each morning, you read those 10 qualities, or maybe you've gotten to 15 or 20 by that point, when you read through them and you realize that's who I actually am, your mind starts showing you those things in your regular life. It's incredible how powerful this exercise can be. Don't just think them. It's not, let's think about our positive qualities. That's not powerful enough. You have to do some action. You have to take your hand and put it to a pen. Don't just write in your phone. It's not for the notes section. Pen and paper. Write it down, 10, and just add 1 or 2 a day. And after a month, you've got a bunch, and you start to realize,
I'm a badass.
This is who I am. I've been telling myself these lies for a bunch of years, and then I've been living out those lies. And so start writing down all those positive qualities, because that is who you are. Even if people don't see it, even if they may even be qualities in the future that you don't exactly have yet, keep reminding yourself, this is who I want to be. And you'll start acting like that. This is just direct messages to that subconscious. It is so massively powerful to put this kind of tool into play. And you'll start to realize that the negative stuff just kind of fades away. And then when people come into your experience and they say something negative about you, you just automatically go, whoa, 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 whoa. You've never been in my shoes. We just met. You don't know me. I've got all these positive qualities you don't even know about yet. And so you start to build up this resistance and resilience against criticism. And so a lot of us, when we want to go do really amazing things in the world, we get destroyed by criticism. The first person comes along and says, hey, you're fat.
You suck. You're ugly.
Yeah.
You're stupid.
You can't write a book. This movie was terrible.
Your creative ideas are terrible.
But you've built that resilience, all because you sat down for a few minutes a day and wrote some stuff down on a piece of paper. It's so powerful to do these techniques. I realize a lot of stuff sounds like common sense, but common sense is not always common practice. And so make sure you're building these in. If your self-love's been down lately, if you know you're like, man, I really need this. I just have not been taking care of myself. I've been in this negative space. Get that power color. Check in, ask yourself, am I okay? And write that list of those positive qualities. We all have something that we're really amazing at. Even if like Brit's friend with the fashion stuff, she doesn't even know it.
She has no idea.
So make sure you're tapping into that power and realizing that about you are very powerful. There's so many amazing things about you. And if you haven't, here, I want everybody to do this just for a second. Take a big breath in and wrap your arms around yourself and just remind yourself, I love me.
Ooh, I love me.
I'm beautiful. Thank you, body, for getting me this far. My legs have carried me for so long. This body is working. Listen, we forget to love ourselves. Make sure every day you're reminding yourself, because for your whole life, the one constant that you have is you. People will come in and out of your lives. Your jobs can change. Your relationships with people can change. Your car can have things happen to it, but you're the constant. So make sure you're nourishing that main relationship as the pillar. That's the topmost, most important thing you can do each day. Nourish yourself.
You know, if you're one of our elevators inside the membership club, the monthly challenge is to write out 10 ideas every single day. So today, let this be your challenge. Write out 10 positive qualities and share it in the Facebook group with us so that we can also support and add to that list. Because if you're an elevator, we've been watching you, and we will be happy to contribute to your list of positive qualities. This is actually an exercise that I'll be doing at the Destined Goddess Retreat next February, because this is something that I teach in Shine School. This is something that is so powerfully effective, not just to go, oh yeah, I think I'm smart. Like Chris said, to write it down. You're actually 42% more likely to achieve goals that you write down, get it out of your head and onto paper. So who's to say that writing down our positive qualities on paper won't allow us to feel 42% more effective or more powerful? So remember to get out a piece of paper after this video and start writing down your positive qualities. This is going to be a huge shift. It seems so simple, and that's what we've learned in our journey of enlightenment, is that we think life and this situation needs to be so hard, or it has to be hard to make it work. But what we've found is the simpler you can make your life, the simpler you can create an approach or a mindset around something, the easier it is to experience freedom in the moment. Erica says, I'm literally getting ready for the day, dressed in all black. Immediately changed when I heard you say that. And I'm in maroon with a big smile on my face. Thank you for the
power
reminder.
Color.
Yes, Erica. I love that so
Listen,
much.
and if someone in your experience...
You got to take your shirt off now.
Oh.
You got a blue one on under
Taking
there.
my shirt off?
Yeah, you're in black. I mean, we can. I'm just kidding. Black is not a problem.
I'm rocking both.
Black is not a problem. Don't mistake us for that conversation. But I just wanted to share my perspective that when I was feeling down about myself, I chose a color to hide in.
Yeah.
So maybe black isn't my power color, right?
gotta find what's unique to you, and tell people if someone points out like, hey, I like your shirt, say, this is my power color. Ask them what's your power color. It's amazing the kind of conversations you can start by just doing a few things like that and noticing things about other people. If they're wearing something different, or if they're doing something different, ask them about it. People love talking about that kind of stuff. Say, let's rock this power color together. Mm-hmm. Let's kick ass.
Yeah, Sherry says pen and paper are so powerful.
So true. We love you, Sherry.
Yes, we
love you.
So thankful for you, Sherry. You are angels for me
today.
Thank you so much. I want to know, what aha moment did you have from today's conversation? What are you going to put into practice from this lesson on how to love yourself more? Is it you're going to set an alarm in your phone to check in periodically and ask yourself, am I okay? And be honest and truthful with your emotions? Or are you going to go through your closet and get rid of the clothes that don't fit you, that don't make you feel like a badass, and find your power outfit? Actually, I challenge you all to find your power outfit, put it on, take a selfie, and share it with us in the comments below.
Yes.
That would be incredible. And then the last one is to list your positive qualities and expand on that list over time. You can even reach out to close friends and say, hey, what do you think some of my positive qualities are? Because again, it might come so natural to you that you don't even realize that you're good at it, that it is a part of your talents and skills. I love that. So totally going to start doing that.
Yes.
Yay. Oh my gosh.
It's so powerful.
She loves us back. I want to know, do you guys have a topic that you'd like us to cover here on the Elevated Life? Chris and I are always coming up with fun new ways to bring wisdom in a easy, tangible way for you guys to understand that loving yourself doesn't have to be hard. Like going after your dreams doesn't have to be hard. It does require work, but if you can shift your mindset to start seeing things from a brighter perspective, it becomes so much easier to accept some of these challenges that life throws at us because they're unavoidable. But it's our choice on how we respond or react to that experience.
Yeah, it's such a beautiful life out there. You just got to decide you want to go out there and get it. You got to decide this is my life. It's my one chance to live on this planet as this person. Go out there and get it. Get that power color on. Start feeling good about yourself. Start realizing your positive qualities and let your life evolve. Let it blossom into something beautiful. Even if you feel like you've been stuck in the mud, hell, that's how the lotus grows. It only grows in the mud. So if you've been down in the mud for a bunch of years, hell, maybe you're a lotus. Maybe it's just time for you to bloom. You just haven't realized it yet. And the lotus is so beautiful.
Sherry says she's got to quit wearing schleppy stuff in the morning around the house. Girl, just walk around naked, man. I think you're the only one there. So just own your power suit, like we were all born naked, and that is who we really are.
Julia. All
this is just pretend and part of the game that society has us play. So if we're going to have to play the game, at least play it to where you're going to benefit and win. Hi, Julia. So good to see all of you. Thank you so much for tuning in here on the Elevated Life series. We love sharing our wisdom with you. So thank you for being such a supportive tribe and always showing up. Thank you for tuning in every Friday at 11 a.m. Central Standard. If you know someone who would love this message, please tag them below, share the video. We love spreading good vibes and good karma. So thank you again for being here. And if you had an aha moment, leave it in the comments below so that we can see your celebration and cheer you on and hold you accountable to doing the things that we share things with you every week. And if you're in the Elevated Life Membership Club, we share even more. So we know we're constantly giving you these little nuggets, and they're not hard if you just do them. Chris always says, if it takes less than 2 minutes, do it now. Don't wait. Don't put it on your to-do list. Don't let it pile up. If it takes less than 2 minutes, do it now. And all three of these things take less than 2 minutes. So give yourself permission and 2 minutes to check in and love yourself because you deserve it. I mean, what's the point of you being here if you're not even going to cultivate a self-love relationship with yourself? If you don't learn to love yourself, you're never going to learn to love someone else. So this is the first step in actually contributing to positive change in the world. So stop trying to pour from an empty cup and give yourself permission to take time to fill yourself up, to love yourself, to heal We have to heal. And when we heal, that's when we can start to love others.
Boom.
All right.
Happy
Thank
Friday.
you so much for tuning in. We'll catch you guys next week on the Elevated Life series. Peace.
Bye.
Thanks so much for tuning in to the Elevated Life podcast. Want more? Join us at theelevatedlifeclub.com for mindset upgrades, lifestyle hacks, and spiritual tools to elevate your soul.
Each month features a new masterclass, meditation, yoga practice, and more to help you transform your life one step at a time.
Come join the 7 or Above Club.